Hey guys, Richard here, eBike Reviews and Adventures. In today's video, Ron and I are going to be installing a second battery on the Breeze Pro because, well, we received it with only one battery, and as you know, Meet One, or as you may or may not know, Meet One offers the option for you to purchase a second battery and then install it after the fact. So if you purchased a trike and maybe it only had a single battery and now you're thinking, you know, I need some more juice and I want to have another battery, well, you have that option to do that and install it, and we're going to show you how that's done. So here we go. Ron, you just got here. Where are you going?
I gotta go get the keys for the battery. I'll be right back.
We got to take the other battery off, and he forgot the keys. All right, we'll see you in a hot minute.
All right.
So, hey, while we're waiting for Ron to come back, hey, you know what I like to do each morning? I like to start each morning charged, and that's exactly what this T-shirt is all about. So if you want a T-shirt like this or another, hey, my head's cut off. You want a T-shirt like this or another design, make sure you check out ebikereviews.com. Go over there and see all the designs that we have. Okay, check it out. When you order the battery, the extra battery, it's going to come, oh, there's got keys in the back side taped. So you're going to get the battery, it's coming from the US warehouse currently, whereas the other parts that you're going to need in order to install the battery, that was coming directly from China, for me at least, and so it took an extra like 3 weeks to get it. I don't know if you order one now, if it's all stocked in the US warehouse yet or not. I think that's the plan. But just be aware, if it shows up, it's going to show up in 2 different packages, and you may have to wait a little while for this stuff right here. All right, so first of all, what we're going to do, we're going to see if we can do this without taking the seat off, but we are going to remove the battery. You can kind of see what we've got going on over there. Just unlock the battery, slide it forward, lift it out.
We did.
Oh yeah, this is going to be pretty simple, because it looks like we have a screw right here that's attached to the frame. Maybe another one back there attached to the frame, I'm guessing. We're going to have to get to it from the underside right here. So we just got to take those 2 screws out, and then we can slide this over and put it in this slot right here where these holes are. Get my fingers out of the way. There you go. And then we'll take the second one that we have and we'll install it over here on those holes right there. So we'll have 2 batteries parallel side by side. The big question I have is, where does this get plugged in at? And how does it plug in? There's a controller underneath the seat. I didn't know that. So there's a controller up there, and that's where one battery is plugged in. I can't tell from the camera, but there might be a spot for a second battery. All right, so we unwrapped everything, and we do have a 15 amp hour battery right here. We have a battery equalizer right here, and this is where everything's going to get plugged into. So we're going to have to take out probably something down there. We'll figure that out. And this looks like a new cover that goes over the controller and everything up underneath here. Yeah. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We're going to figure it out.
Get it in there. On it.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be a little socket. That one's too small. So let me see if I have one that's bigger. It's loose, it's just not enough to be able to get it with your finger.
You know what, Richard?
Huh.
This whole thing, I think, slides out, and this is a tray. And see these little screws? They're screwed into it. That wrench that you had,
The small one?
that came with it,
Mm-hmm.
right over there, try that and see if that don't take that off.
Take what off?
Take this whole plate off. But this is screwed into it.
So what we're doing, guys, is this is 2 pieces right here. And so we're going to go ahead and take off this top piece and see if it's easier to get to that bottom piece in order to get it off. Well, that might be what we needed to do to begin with instead of fighting it.
It does. Aha!
There we go.
Now
That's what was spinning and we couldn't get it to come, the nut to come off. That's why right there.
that's a Phillips head, too.
It is. Well, looky there. I happen to have something that'll work.
I mean,
All right, guys, so here's a recap of what's going on and what we just did. We had the battery, what I call battery bracket, the battery holder, was here in the middle, and we were having trouble taking it off. What we learned is we had to remove these screws right here on top, because this is actually a 2-piece type of bracket here. Once we removed this piece, we exposed this one. This is the second one. We exposed this part, and that's when we found that there's the screw that attaches it to the frame of the bike. So you do have to separate these 2 pieces right here. We've already done all that. Now we're in the process of installing the first one. Once we moved it from the center, we're going to move it here, install it. Then we'll continue to install the second one right there. All right, so it looks like we had a crash here, but I think this is what we need to do to be able to get to the underside, because we need to be able to get to this box right here. That's where the controller is, where everything's plugged into, because it looks like we have a larger one maybe that is going to go in place of that one. You can see. I don't know. We'll figure it out here in a moment. I'll let you know. Yeah, I guess we'd have to take that off because this has holes on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, and on 3 sides, so we can run all the wiring through. And that's why it's a lot bigger than that one, because it may not contain this at all. Oh my goodness, Ron.
Well, that's the custom seat. We should have done this before we got the custom seat.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I see. You can take this off too. See if that don't make
The big
what
reveal.
you do to the screw, and I'll put it over here.
Well, that allows us to see the inners.
There it is.
That's why they gave us a bigger box. See how tight that is? See, that's the controller. This is like a balancer or something. I'm just right at this point, I'm just trying to figure out how this works. So what a goat rope this has turned out to be in.
Well,
Ron, that's gonna round it off. That's not
Is
the
it?
right size. All right, guys, let's do a little recap here because we're figuring this out as we go. So I'm not sure where we left off. We had to take the cover off that contained all the components. Hand me that cover, Ron.
the new one.
And the old one. This is the old one. And it was mounted up underneath there. And as you can see, we've got these cutouts right here. So it was easy for us just to, get the wires inside there and then mount it up to the bottom of the frame here. So it contained everything. But the problem is, the new box that they gave you, and you have to use the bigger box because you have an extra piece that you have to install inside there, so you needed the extra room. But the problem is that there's no cutouts. They simply have the holes on 3 sides. So when we get ready to mount this up underneath here, the only way to get the wires and everything to run through is to disconnect all the wires. So we had to disconnect everything, and we've got a lot of things we had to disconnect, and so we labeled each end so we knew exactly which wire goes, plug it back in
Where's the other box?
to each one. The new one?
Yeah.
The new one is right here. This is the one we got to install right here. So it looks crazy confusing. It was a little confusing for us, but it actually makes sense once you think it through carefully and kind of figure it out. It's just time consuming. There's a lot to do, but it's not crazy difficult. You just got to think it through. But that's where we're at. So we got everything disconnected now. All the wires are disconnected. So now we're at the point where, Ron, I think it might be best now just go ahead and
Put the big box.
put the big box on, and then we can start running all the wires
Right.
through the hole and get everything back in there.
I guess that.
Tight. Hey guys, so here's catching you up. So we got everything installed up here, got everything plugged back in. We got the extra battery balancer thingy plugged in, and we think it's all connected right. We just tested it with one battery. It turned on, so we think we're good. There's so much.
It's got to go back further.
Yeah, it's got to go right about there. Yeah, these batteries are
Wait a minute, I can get the key
so
in.
tight.
I can get the key in there.
You might be able to. There's only like 1.5 inches space in there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We thought we were going to have to take one battery out just to be able to lock the other battery in, but I guess there's enough room.
Looky, Ronnie.
You can also get to the charging port?
Charging port.
On this other one?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can get to both charging ports. What we don't know is with this particular battery balancer, do you still have to charge both
Do
batteries?
you run on both batteries?
Or do you have to charge both batteries, or you have to charge them individually? That's what we don't know yet.
Let's turn.
All right, I think we finally got it done. This took a couple hours because it was a little more difficult than what we thought, because you always thought maybe it was just a simple plug and play, but because you had to add that battery balancer, and because we didn't have any instructions or video to figure it out, that's just it. We had to figure it out on our own, so it took a little extra time to think about that process. But we hope we captured enough in video to help you guys understand just what's involved. But try to recap a little bit right here. You got to remove the battery. First of all, if you have a single battery, it'll be mounted in the middle, so just got to remove the battery. And then you got to remove the 3 screws that are holding down the battery tray that's holding the battery down. And once you do that, that part will remove. Then you get to the actual bracket that mounts to the frame. Then you got to have to remove that. Then you scoot it over into this position, assemble it all back together, add the new battery tray assembly underneath here, add the new battery on here. That part is pretty easy. But then it's, you got to take the seat off so you can access, where the controller is and where all the other wiring is. And from there, as you saw, we had to label each wire before we removed it, or before we took it apart, because we had to take each wire apart in order to route it through the holes. I don't know if I can show you the holes that are, in the side of this new box. We don't have any on this side, but we're using the ones in the back, and we're using the holes on the other side. And so we had to do that in order to, get everything inside the box. Everything fit nicely. We went ahead and used a piece of some rubber material that we had to kind of soften everything inside that box to keep it from bouncing and rattling around. So you might want to think about that, maybe some cardboard or something to, just to keep it from rattling, because you don't want to put everything back together, then go for a ride down the road and start hearing rattles, right? You wouldn't want that. So I would recommend that. But in all, it wasn't a difficult process. It was just a methodical process. You had to just think it through and carefully take each step as you go. And it was time consuming because we had to do it that way. But we got it done. So now the Breeze Pro, which came with 1 battery, now has a second battery. We got the 20 amp hour that was originally with the bike, and then we added a 15 amp hour. I believe this kit, they sell these kits on the website, so go check it out. I believe the 15 amp hour kit was $4.99, but you get everything you need except you're going to need a few zip ties, small zip ties that's kind of cinch things down, and you're going to need some tools. So we used Allen wrenches and a star wrench for a couple of star screws, and a couple of regular wrenches, socket wrench in order to get this seat off. Nice deep well socket was needed. So there's going to be some tools you need. If you have some experience with mechanics, you'll be able to knock this project out probably no problem, just a little time consuming. If you're not mechanically inclined, you're going to probably want to take it to a bike shop and see if they'll do it for you. Guys, that's it for this video. Ron, do you anything to say?
No.
Hey, you all good to go?
I enjoyed working with you.
All right. Are you happy with the install?
Yes, I am. Yeah,
all right.
It just took us long because we had to figure out where this wire went and that wire went.
Exactly. Just
yeah.
had to figure it out.
That's all.
All right, guys. That's going to be it for this video. Like and subscribe. We'll see you in another video real soon.